All right. Well, welcome to the update webinar for the International Referral Network. I'm Ali Rodriguez, and while we are waiting for folks to get logged in and connected to audio here, take a quick look at the picture of the blue hole there on your screen. The picture doesn't do it justice in any sense of the word, but is definitely something that you should experience at least once in your lifetime. And again, as people are getting logged in, I do want to send my good thoughts and warm wishes to our friends that will be experiencing the landfall of Hurricane Elsa over the next couple of days. You guys are always in our thoughts, and we hope you will all stay safe. But with that, we have so much to go through today. So I want to go ahead and get started and just be mindful of all of your time that you're spending with us here today. We are going to go through some team introductions. You may see a new name on the screen with us today. So I will be making that formal introduction to you here in just a bit. Of course, we will talk about our July birthdays. Our new marketing manager will take you through the June 2021 marketing tips and strategies that you can use then going forward over the next couple of months. We'll walk through the upcoming events and webinar schedule with you guys. My very favorite part of this whole presentation is handing out awards to our referral partners that have gone above and beyond in the last month to reach out to their clients. A new award will be delivered to you guys, or at least you'll get to know about it today. So I'm looking forward to that specifically, but then how to meet us in person, some property updates from our VP of sales, and then some quick reminders before we let you go for the month. So with that being said, I am Ali Rodriguez. I am the International Referral Network Director. I am your point person and go-to for anything referral program related. Those of you that are new to the program and are on this webinar for the very first time, please know that we are your biggest cheerleaders. We are here to support you and provide you with the building blocks that you can use to brand yourself as an international expert and reach those internationally minded clients that are already in your network. So throughout this presentation today, if you have any questions, go ahead and jot them down. I'll give you some ways to get in touch with me later on, and you can send those over to me, and I'll be happy to discuss them with you. But also on the line with us, please let me introduce our VP of Sales, Rachel Jensen. Rachel's going to take you through our property updates and any exciting news we have there. So Rachel, go ahead.
Hey guys, sorry my video still isn't working, but thank you so much for joining us. It's been really exciting over the last, I say, year and a half, 2 years since Ali has been on board to just see the referral network group grow and to see so many awesome people coming through the pipeline and referrals that you all are sending over. So thank you for everything that you're all doing. You're in great hands, as you know, with Ali. And you'll meet our newest member of the marketing department. He was in the marketing department for the last few months, but has recently been moving on up, and you'll meet him in just a slide or two here. But wanted to just thank you all for everything that you're doing. I know the real estate markets right now are going bonkers and crazy. And so it's awesome to have you on here with us, making some time for the international side of everything. And we promise we'll keep it as easy and straightforward for you as possible. So thank you, everyone. And thank you, Ali.
Perfect. Thanks, Rachel. So as we have alluded to already in this presentation, we want to give a very special warm wishes to those who all know Ivan Levy, who was our former marketing manager. He has decided to make the move into serving your clients firsthand. As you know, he worked in the background for the last, year and a half or so, but has decided he really does want to share his experience and love of Belize with your clients. So he is now a property consultant with us. So you will be seeing his name, I'm sure, over the next couple of months and interacting with your clients. But we do wish him all the best. And with that, I want to formally introduce to you Michael Fuller, who is our new marketing manager. And Michael, go ahead and introduce yourself and give us a little bit about you.
Sure. Thank you so much, Ali. Hi, everybody. My name is Michael Fuller. I am in the beautiful country of Belize. I am one of the newer members of the ECI
Hey,
development
Michael,
team.
sorry to cut you off, but bring the mic a little closer to your mouth. It was
Sure.
just a little low. Yeah,
No
perfect.
problem.
Thank
Is this
you.
better?
Much better. Thank you.
Awesome. Hi, everybody. Again, my name is Michael Fuller. I am one of the newer members of the ECI development team here in Belize, where the weather is warm and the beach is probably calling my name in a few. I am happy to be here to explain some of the marketing items that we've done over the past couple of months, and also to pave a path forward for what we will be doing for marketing in the coming months. But before I do, I know Ali, you have a special announcement to make. So
Yes, always. And just something I want to note is with the referral program, we work very closely with the marketing team. And so it's important for you to be aware of who Michael is and the jobs that he is doing behind the scenes to help support you guys. But on that very special note of a special announcement, happy birthday to all of our July born referral partners out there. There were quite a few of you this month, so I didn't want to try to squeeze you all into this slide, but just know that we are wishing you an incredible year of success and happiness, and hope that you will find a special way to celebrate on your special day. So happy birthday to all of our July birthdays. And with that, we're going to jump back into the marketing. We're going to go through these tips and tricks that Michael has prepared for you guys. Of course, if you have any questions, make sure to jot them down, put them in the Q&A section if you need to, but we'll definitely get them answered for you at a later time. Go ahead, Michael.
awesome. Thanks, Ali. Happy birthday again to everybody that's online right now and have their birthdays in July. So the big word that we want to talk about in marketing for this month is storytelling. And I know storytelling can be a pretty elusive word. It has a lot of mystery behind it. But really in marketing, storytelling is one of the more integral parts of us planning out what we will be doing and what we will be showcasing. Storytelling helps to put a face, a person behind what we're trying to get across to our clients. Getting testimonials, your personal experiences, it's all a big part of the game in planning out what we want to do and what we want to showcase to make it a little bit more user-friendly and more readable for the people that we're trying to reach out to. So just keep that in mind when we're going through these items right now. One of the big parts in storytelling, one of the things that we've been doing over the past couple of months is updating our blogs and just writing a lot more to give information out there on what are some useful tidbits that you could be helping your clients in making a decision in investing overseas. Over the last month, we did 3 main blogs on our platform, again, focused on international investment. And to just go through these quickly with you all, some of the questions that you should be asking yourself when considering buying property in Belize, whether it's a condo or a house, these range from questions about privacy, items that you might find comfortable, or amenities that you might want easily accessible in making that decision. So this blog goes over all of those pieces of information just to make it a little bit easier in deciding whether or not you would want to buy into getting a condo or a house. The other blog here talks about investing overseas with a RIA and really converting this into a Roth RIA to make it a little bit more flexible in making available the decisions that you would want to make when retiring overseas. This specific blog gives you a lot of information and key pointers in making that decision. Again, these pieces of information are there so that you could have easy access to without having to do a lot of research. We are trying to provide you all with a lot of information and material out there so that it's easier when reaching out to your clients in providing them with information to make their decisions. And finally, one of the other blogs that we did over the last month is doing your due diligence in making those decisions. So I know when thinking of owning properties overseas, you might think that everything is just a dream. I mean, just imagining coconut trees, white beaches, a nice house on the beach. I mean, it sounds like an amazing opportunity. But doing your due diligence helps you to find out a lot more information about what's going on. What are some of the things that you can expect when moving to a new country? I know some of the things that come to top of mind would be how's the weather like? Are franchises available in these locations? What are the locals like? Just doing a little bit more research and finding out what would be most suitable for you before making your decision. Next, as you all know, we do a ton of webinars every month. And through this program, we try to send you as much information so that you can share ahead of time this information with your clients, just to get a lot more people involved and wanting to sign up for some of these webinars. So we provide you every month with some web banners. These are some simple and easy, quick graphics that if you would want it tailored a little bit more to your liking, you could just shoot us a message and we will do so. But essentially, these are what are shared on social media. But it's not limited to social media. So when sharing this on social media, you're provided with a link to directly track to your landing pages. But you can also embed these in your emails. You could embed these, in your own blogs or websites, just ensuring that whatever link is provided to you is attached to these photos so that folks can easily find out more information after wanting to register for these. So that's where the web banners come in handy. We will definitely be providing you with a lot more of these, hopefully a lot more frequently and a lot more with time in advance, so that you're able to share 2 weeks to a month ahead of time so that you can get that information out there for your folks. As mentioned with the webinars, we're trying to have more and more and more webinars every month. And it's not just we're having webinars, it's so that we're providing you and your clients and people in general with as much information as possible. With webinars coming up this month, we are trying to have a slightly different format in our timing. So I know a lot of you have become accustomed to webinars happening at 5 p.m. Eastern. We're trying something a little bit different with some of the webinars this month. Where we will be having webinars happening at 12 p.m. Eastern or 8 p.m. Eastern. And we're just going to play around with certain times so that we're reaching more people around the globe to sign up. With these landing pages, however, I just want to make note that of course, we're going to give you the information ahead of time to get people to join us live. But in the event that folks are not able to join us for one of the time slots, we will always provide you with recordings. So it's important that we still try to get people to register ahead of time or even after to get access to these recordings. So with these landing pages, if you would like to make your landing page for one of these specific topics a timeless piece, just shoot us a quick message again, and we will convert that to you to be an on-demand landing page for these recordings so that people can come continuously to these pages and have access to the recordings when they need it.
Yeah, perfect. And Michael, just on that topic of the webinar recordings and the web banners and things like that that you mentioned previously, even the blogs, you guys, we did a content repurposing webinar a couple of months ago, showing you the different ways that you can play around with the content that we provide to you guys to then repurpose it to your needs. So let's say you have been talking about Belize, or you've been talking about tropical ownership with your clients, with your network. Maybe you just took a trip to the Caribbean and you're sharing those pictures with your network on social media, or maybe you even sent out an email to those folks telling them about your vacation, and you want to further that conversation by providing them with, let's say, a Belize handbook or even the Belize 101 webinar. You can do that quite easily through these updated landing pages and custom landing pages with those timeless banners that are attached to them. And if you're not clear on how to do that, I know some of you are new on the line here, or maybe you just haven't experienced that yet. You haven't had the time to focus on something like that. Let me know. We can grab a quick 10-15-minute phone call and I can walk you through the different ways that you're able to reuse that content. You know, if you're a webinar person, you know, a webinar is a great way to transfer information. It's a great vehicle of a lot of information in a smaller time period. So you just let me know what works best for you, and I will be happy to walk you through some of those different options there. All right, Michael, go ahead.
No problem. And I know some of these have been shared before, but I just want to jump in here quickly with a small video recording. Videos are a great way for your audience for you to capture the attention of your audience with very short clips. I know sometimes static posts might not always be the best avenue to reach as many people. But video clips really could say a lot in just a couple of seconds. So we will be providing a lot more of these as time goes along, of just tidbits here and there, showcasing some of the properties, showcasing some of our sites, some of the things to do when you're in some of these locations. So here is a quick video of some of our properties at ECI. And here is just a quick example. Of course, we could tailor this again to your needs, adding on any other additional information on here that you may need. We could even convert this into different formats. Let's say you might not necessarily want to share a video on YouTube or Facebook, but you would want to share it on your social media story. We could definitely change the format to fit any different types of platforms that you would want to use these videos on. One other thing to note here is we are here to update your new email signature alerts. So if you would want to add information on the footer of your emails as a signature, just so people could have a direct link to your landing page or any type of resources that you may want to share with them, please do reach out to Ali at arodriguez@ecidevelopment.com. And we will have that set up for you. And just be sure to also include that resource link or landing page link that you would want us to attach to that so that we can get it set up and we will send that right back off to you. To get into some of the webinars and events to look forward to in July, well, we're having the IRN updates webinar right now. Thank you all for being here, of course. Later on today, we will be having a Belize branded residences Q&A where folks get to talk to some of the experts on the Best Western Grand Bayman Gardens, as well as the Belize Marriott residences on just different types of questions on getting settled in and getting to know a lot more about these properties and how to pick and choose between the different types of options that are available to them and making the right choice. So that's happening later today. Next week, we will be having two webinars. First, starting with the tropical tiny homes in Latin America. This will be talking about all of the tiny homes that we have available in our portfolio right now, as well as some new additions. We will also be having this webinar at the two different time slots that I was talking about a little bit earlier. at 12 p.m. Eastern and at 8 p.m. Eastern. So on the pages that have been created for you, and you'll start to get a little bit more information on this, I believe, soon enough in the week, so that you can start sharing information. Just be sure to note that in the form, there is the option for you to choose the different time slot on what would be the preference for the webinar during this day. Later on in the week, we're having the one on Bella in Nicaragua at Grand Pacifica. This is going to be a refresher, also an introduction for some on the Bella property, and what you can look forward to when living and investing in Nicaragua at Grand Pacifica. Later on this month, we will be having a TEAC and second residency webinar. This is going to be talking about different types of residency options, so that you could pair along when purchasing TEAC, both in Nicaragua and Panama. I know for some of you folks on the line right now, you may be aware that for Panama residency, second residency, time is coming near an end in the ways that it was available to you before. But that's not to say that there will be some more options available for folks to look forward to during this presentation. And then finally, toward the end of the month, we will be talking about different opportunities that are available right now that your clients can get into from the ECI development portfolio. Finally,
wait, go back to that. Go
sure,
back
no
to
problem.
that last slide. Sorry. Yeah, just some notes here, guys. So for example, the Belize branded residences Q&A that is happening later today. You did not receive a formal campaign for that. What we're trying to do is bring people along on this journey for what makes the most sense for them. So for example, you received the Belize branded residences webinar link last week that you shared out and brought people to view that live presentation. But there are always questions from that presentation that then we'd like to expand on during this Q&A. So you won't receive a campaign for that. If you have people specifically that you know would want to attend that, you can definitely reach out and ask me. I've had several of you ask me, hey, where's my campaign for the Q&A tonight? And the truth is, it just doesn't make much sense to share that out with everybody, because that initial interest hasn't been generated yet. So just note that that's kind of something that we are doing, like I said, to further conversations with people and really help to identify those folks that are further along in their journey than not. But also there, for the other presentations that are coming up, specifically the tropical tiny homes, we are working on getting those links created for you as we speak. They should be sent out to you later this evening or early tomorrow morning, depending on when we can get all of those gathered and put into the email for you guys. But then shortly after that, I would say probably Wednesday evening or early Thursday morning, you will also receive the your link for the Bella webinar invitation. So just know that there will be a few different emails coming to you this week in order to be able to share out to your network. So be on the lookout for those. We have a reminder slide at the end to check your spam, but I'm going to say it again because it has been happening quite a bit recently. All right, Michael.
No problem. I just want to end off here in saying that your clients are already looking for investments overseas. So let us help you in providing you with all of the material that you could need. Please reach out to us with any types of questions that you may have, any types of materials that you would like to start seeing, and we will get those prepared and ready for you. Thank you all so much. Ali, I'll pass back to you.
All right. Thank you, Michael. Lots of great information there. Like I said, if you need to have a conversation specifically about what your goals are, just reach out to me, arodriguez@ecidevelopment.com, and we can set up a time to share screens and just chat a little bit further about what your intentions are going forward. So you will see here, those of you who have joined us in the past and are, seasoned professionals with us in the referral program, we have added an award here for a yearly award. So our Agent of the Month, this is something that we choose to recognize our partners, like I said, that are finding innovative ways to reach their clients. They're having those personal conversations, making those introductions, and we really appreciate you. We know that this is not, you know, your necessarily your full-time job, but the time that you do spend is appreciated and is recognized, and we like to take the time to reward you for that. So we do have an Agent of the Month. You can see the criteria there is that you will need to produce at least 10 retail leads per month. And if you do that, then you will be entered into the chance to win this 2-night stay at either the Best Western Grand Bayman Gardens here in Belize or at Grand Pacifica in Nicaragua. But you'll see down below, there are 2 yearly awards that we would like to make note of and share with you today. Both of them have the same award, which is a round trip ticket from your home in the States or North America, wherever you're located, to Belize or Nicaragua, depending on which property you choose to stay at. But in addition, you get 5 nights at the property of your choice in either Grand Pacifica or Grand Bayman Gardens. And we also know that not necessarily everybody is ready to purchase international right away. And so there may be a little bit of time between you, a lead that is generated and the time that they actually transact. So we want to recognize both efforts, both for the retail leads produced and generated revenue. So just note that you have about 6 months left in the year to work on that and really push that agenda so that you can hopefully come down and visit us in either sunny Belize or tropical Nicaragua. So with that being said, on the next slide here, nobody this month reached that 10-person threshold, that 10 retail lead threshold. So we aren't able to give out a gift certificate this month, which is not something that I don't think you've ever heard me say before, but is completely understandable with the times that you guys are going through right now. I know we've mentioned it a few different times. You guys are extremely busy. I know that. Many of you that I talk to, you know, you just, you can't find time to drink your coffee in the morning. So we recognize that, we understand it, and just know that we're always here to support you and help you navigate the best way to engage and interact with this program. So don't give up. You've heard Mike Cobb say it several times, but international real estate is typically a marathon, not a sprint. So we'll hand you we'll jog beside you and hand you some water as you go there. Go ahead, next slide, Michael. All right, so just some updates here. Guys, there has been such a wishy-washy, I don't know how else to say it. The regulations on tourists and traveling are changing almost as frequently as they were back at the beginning of the year. You know, the new variants of COVID and things like that are causing some issues in the countries down here, and it's just become quite difficult to really be able to offer you a good experience when you're visiting us in these countries, and things that are closing and opening. And so what we've decided to do is cancel the rest of the trade missions and discovery tours that we had scheduled for the year of 2021. We do tentatively have a discovery tour trade mission event happening in December here in Belize. But again, that's very, very tentative based on how things progress over the next couple of months. But just know that even if you aren't able to attend with a group or during one of these scheduled trade missions, you are always welcome to let us know that you'll be in country. We'll be happy to create the meetings, take you through the presentations, take you on the property tours if you are deciding to come down, maybe as a vacation or something like that, to get to experience these countries on your own. But just know we're always here for you. Just reach out if you have questions. Again, we can definitely accommodate your interest in country when you decide to come in, if it's not during one of these scheduled tours. But in spite of all of that I just mentioned, we are seeing the return of what we call belly to belly interaction and presentations. And you'll see on the left there, you'll see Rachel, myself, and one of our property consultants, Joe Nagel, at a conference this past June. Which was absolutely incredible. We met some awesome people, like-minded people that are looking at international ownership for various different reasons. Lots of second residency interest, lots of, digital nomads that are looking to have these other places to call home that they can work from. So we are seeing the return of that. You'll see some events there on the right of your screen that are coming up in the late summer, early fall. Specifically, I hope that since we do have quite a bit of realtor base here on the line with us today, I hope that if you are considering attending the NAR conference in San Diego this year, let me know. I will be there manning the ECI booth. So make sure you let me know that you'll be there. I'd love to link up with you and meet you in person. But if you want information about any of those in-person presentations, please just reach out to me, A. Rodriguez at ecidevelopment.com, and just let me know what it is you're requesting more information about. And then I like to give you guys an example of this personal email introduction. I know you hear me talk about it. We provide you with your custom links. Those links are an easy way to not only generate leads, but also register those leads. There's nothing additional that you need to do once you receive a lead from those links. However, like I mentioned earlier in this presentation, and Michael mentioned as well, is when you're having personal one-on-one conversations with people, you may not want to send them a link, because then that may detract from the personalization that you've spent time talking with them about. So what you are able to do is email us at register@ecidevelopment.com, register@ecidevelopment.com, and make an email introduction. What happens then is that you are able to connect yourself with ECI development, because of course, there are bad names, bad reputations that come with international ownership, international developers. So we want to make sure that the handoff from you to us is as smooth and comfortable as possible. So here's a great example of an email introduction that we got earlier, actually last month. And I've just highlighted some really important parts that I think were well done in this email introduction. This person referred back to where the conversation happened. They gave the person an immediate piece of educational material, which was the Bleeze 101 webinar, talked about what this person's role was with ECI as a referral partner, and just different things to make that client feel comfortable in knowing that the permission was there to then reach out to them. So I thought this was really, really well done. I'll be happy to send other examples to you if you would like them. You just let me know, send me an email or drop it down in the Q&A down there, and I will get those examples sent over to you. But yeah, I just wanted to make that note there for you guys. Michael, you can go on to the next slide there. And just one last thing before I turn it over to Rachel. I know she's probably dying to get on the line here with you all, but ECI in the news. So if you'll notice here, we had Grand Pacifica published in an online article. I guess this was about what, Michael, 2 weeks ago? About 2 weeks ago. We were not only in the top 15, but in the top 10 rated resorts in Nicaragua. So you guys, you can see that, although Nicaragua is not at the forefront of people's minds when traveling or deciding to choose a tourist destination, the folks that are going there are happy and they feel well taken care of. So this is another example of just something you can provide to your clients to make them feel more comfortable with the idea of, Latin America or even Nicaragua and specifically. So anyways, check that out there. It was on planetware.com. You could probably Google it and find it, but I'll be happy to send the link to you if you would like that specifically. But with that being said, and with the mention of Grand Pacifica there, Rachel, I'm going to let you jump into our community updates.
Alrighty, perfect. Let's jump right in here. So we're gonna just go to the next slide, and I think I should be able to move this, but let me see here. Okay, yep, I don't know if that was me. Oh, I think I'm going a little bit too quickly here. All right, sorry guys, I'm just getting too excited to go back. Let me just see if we can do that. All right, Michael, I may actually need your help because I don't think I got it, but all right. Cool. We're going to just jump right into Nicaragua. So as you heard, Ali mentioned, Grand Pacifica has been ranked as a top resort there in Nicaragua. And actually, that's not the first time that we've gotten an award like that. It is a really spectacular property. We've been doing rentals there since 2006, 2007. So over the years, we continue to grow, and it's been exciting to see that progress. So we're going to just jump right into the next opportunity. Michael, I'm going to have you hit my slides here. I don't know what's going on. We're going to jump into the Momotombo residences. This is at Las Perlas. We'll go to the next slide. This building is actually complete, and there are no condos available for sale, but I do want to show you this because something that we like to do as a company is invite all of our new owners to come down to the property, be the first one to stay in their home, meet the other owners. So our property opening is going to be July 10th. And I just wanted to show you some pictures from the new building there. It looks spectacular. I think the one at the bottom looks quite identical to the rendering, actually. So that's been pretty neat to see. But as we prepare for the opening celebration later on this weekend, we've been putting the landscaping in, getting them fully furnished, and making them look really pristine. So we'll jump off to the next slide here. What we realized and the next slide, please, is that a lot of people have been looking for beachfront properties. And at Grand Pacifica specifically, there is this condo complex here called Las Perlas. That's where we have the restaurant, we have the pool, we have another condo building. And the other one that you see here that's shaped like a backwards L, that's the Momotombo, the one that is opening officially this weekend. And the next one that we're doing pre-construction sales for is the Messiah. And the Messiah is the next one in line here. As you can see, close to the amenities, direct beachfront. So you're getting Pacific views. You have close access, close proximity to the pool, to the restaurant, everything right there. If you have clients who are looking for Pacific front condos under $200,000, this could be the winner for them. Let's go to the next slide, please. And then here you'll just see the location a little bit more specifically. We'll go to the next slide. And then you can see the affordability of these. So here is a studio all in when you include the furniture, closing costs at about $171,000. Next slide. And then the 1 bedroom, 1 bath, about $183,000. So not that much more for a 1 bedroom compared to the studio, but it does have that individual bedroom there with a really nice balcony overlooking the water. The 2 bedroom as well. The 2 bedroom is a combination of the studio and the 1 bedroom with the lockout door. So they can be rented individually. They could be rented together. Somebody can live in one side and rent out the other. A lot of flexibility there, but those going for under $350 for a 2 bedroom, 2 bath directly on the Pacific. Let's go to the next slide. There's the availability chart. There is one at this point that is reserved. We are going to do a real official push for it, but of course we like to let you all know about the opportunities beforehand. So this is a really great one for you to be offering to your clients if they're looking for that Pacific front condo. Next slide. All right, so if anybody's interested in the return on investment charts, reach out to us. We do it based on the location, based on the price. And this is something that we have available for clients for each of the projects, except the Marriott. We're not allowed to give it out for the Marriott. All right, next slide. And so we'll see here that we talked about the Las Perlas, which is on the right-hand side of the screen. You see it's cut off a little bit. Then there are 3 other projects that are actively being promoted at Grand Pacifica. We're going to start on the left-hand side, which is Ava. Those are the tiny homes. Bella, which are the beachfront 2 and 3 bedroom homes right there on the water. Walk right out, be on the sand, have the Pacific water in front of you. And then Mila, which is the 2 bedroom and 3 bedroom options, larger in size, over 1,000 square feet. And all of these models have some sort of eco-friendly features to it. Bella and Mila are a hybrid system, so they'll be connected to the grid, but they'll also be solar. Ava is completely solar, and then it will be connected to the public water there at Grand Pacifica. But we found a lot of people are looking either to reduce their carbon footprint, looking to reduce their utility bills. And so by integrating these eco-friendly features into the homes, it really just makes sense for a lot of people who are looking to have property in another country and do so affordably. We're going to just buzz through the next slides. Okay, hopefully I should be able, I see the little buttons there now, so hopefully it should work. But these are the three communities we just talked about, Ava, Mila, and Bella. And we're gonna go through Mila first. This is the 2 and 3 bedroom community. It is located about a 10-minute walk from the beach, but this is really geared towards people who are looking to either live there full time or serve a demographic of long-term renters. That is truly who I see here in the Mila community. There's a quick overview of the site map for anybody who's interested. You see that there's a lot that has been reserved and building at this point, but there is still availability within the community. Here you'll see an overview of the Atlantis 2-bedroom, 2-bath. They're really quite nice. I think my favorite part about this are the vaulted ceilings. The El Dorado 3-bedroom, 3-bath. So the 2-bed, 2-bath starts at $149,900, and then this 3-bed, 3-bath starts at $179,900. Again, really good for a person who wants to live there full time or rent out to long-term renters. Bella, excuse me, is the beachfront 2 and 3 bedroom community located there by Ava. It's on the swimming beach. So really quite nice location. These start all in about $320,000. That's for the 2-bed, 2-bath. And then the 3-bed, 2-bath, about a little over $350,000 for that. Now note that I'm giving you prices now, but there are typically price increases the longer that somebody waits to be an owner. We launched these about a month and a half ago, but there are regular price increases as prices go up. I think we all are aware of the fact that construction prices have increased dramatically. So it just depends entirely on when somebody decides to own. So if you're listening to this a little bit later, prices may be a little different, but just you reach out to us or your clients and we can send you the latest brochures. So there's just availability there for Bella. And at this point, we just have a few homes remaining. And then Ava. Ava is probably one of my favorite communities. It's something that we've been talking about for the last couple of months here, but really affordable entry. And this is geared towards people who want to be more so off-grid and cater to the vacation renters, digital nomads, people who are coming and going. Right now at this point, we have about 45 homes that are under construction out of 100. About a little bit less than 70 of them are reserved. So we are going to begin construction on the next bit as the funds come in, but they're going up quite quickly. And if anybody is interested in seeing the latest and greatest from the construction, let us know. We send monthly updates to our owners and we'd love to get you on there. We're going to jump over to Belize now. We're going to talk about Tess and then Grand Bayman. Marriott is actually scheduled to begin construction end of this year. So you will start to hear us talk more about Marriott over the next couple of months. But in the meantime, I just want to focus on a couple of the projects we have here in Belize. The first phase of the tiny homes is sold out at this point. We are going to be launching a second phase at some point. It really just depends on when we get those permits and approvals. So I can't give you a guaranteed timeline, but hopefully it'll be by the end of this year. We'll have about 40 homes in total. Some will be over the water, some will be on land, and there will be a price differentiation. But these homes are slated to start at about 100 to 199,000, about 200,000 with financing available. We're going to jump to the Best Western. The Galleon building is the one that we're going to talk about. Fleet in the green outline is currently under construction. Galleon is the pre-construction one now, where we have opportunities. For the Fleet, there are 2 condos left. If they sell, great. If not, then we'll at least keep it in ECI inventory. Fleet is ideal for somebody who's ready to move forward and have something done sooner rather than later. This building is going to be done by the end of this year. So it's great for somebody who wants to put their condo in the rental market. And then Galleon is slated to start in August, September. And this one is about a 12 month build period. So towards the end of next year, 2022 is when they'll be ready. But you can see really affordable pricing for the Galleon. And this is part of the Best Western. So it can go into the Best Western rental program. If you have a client whose primary motive is entry pricing in Belize under a branded hotel, this is my top recommendation. I personally own within the Best Western, just put it into the rental program myself, moved out of the condo, put into the rental program. And I'm just excited to see all of the action and the people coming back to the country as tourists. All right, we're going to jump over to Freedom Village. So this is the pre-construction property that we just acquired earlier in the year. And I'm excited about this project because it's just something so totally different than what we have. A lot of our other properties are there on the beach. And this one is more of the highlands. You can see some of the pictures on the left from the property. We just had a discovery tour out there in June. We had about 20 people on the tour, plus another 5-6 staff members. So it was a really good group of people who were there really experiencing what life was like in Panama. It was very busy, early mornings, late nights, but it was a great way for people to get a good feeling and really understand what it's like there in the country, and the ease of moving around and just seeing different geographies. But the Freedom Village Grand Highlands property, you can see it's more jungle scape. It's more green. It's a cooler climate. We have the rivers and the creeks running through the property, and just a very different sort of geography than we have. So if you have clients who are looking for a property that's not necessarily beach, but is in an area in a country where there's incredible healthcare, where it's easy to get to, where they don't necessarily need to know Spanish to get by, this could be the place for them. And sorry, I see the fonts are a little messed up there. Sorry about that, but hopefully you can all read it. But we do have 3 models, again, starting very affordably, 120 to 150,000. And there's always updates when it comes to availability. So just reach out to us if you have a country that's specifically interested in the projects. So hopefully you were all able to join us this month or this last month for the Reef debut. This is a new project that we're joint venturing on. It is a property in Honduras there on the Caribbean, close to Roatan. It's on the mainland of Honduras, but you're easily able to get to Roatan. There are direct flights, ferries that go from La Ceiba area, which is where this is located, over to Honduras. And what we've seen with this project specifically, it's a tiny home. Well, within the property, we have about 800 acres in total, but we're allocating a handful of the acres to be for the tiny home specifically. What we've realized is there's a huge market of people who want to invest overseas, but don't necessarily want to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so the nice benefit about Honduras is that people are able to get in affordably under $100,000, be on the Caribbean, which I know is a big attraction for a lot of people, especially divers, being so close to Roatan, being able to just hop on the ferry or the puddle jumper and be there in just a short moment. So we've launched phase 1, which is all sold out at this point. We've launched phase 2 as well. Paperwork will be distributed in the next few weeks, and then we'll be beginning construction. And so here you can see that the starting price is, pretty affordable, $93,000 for a tiny home there that has a nice roof on the top. Otherwise, you can do one with a loft, or there's a model that's a 2-bedroom layout. So just depending on what you and your clients are looking for. Jump over to Teak for a moment. If you have clients who are looking for an alternative investment, they still want land, don't necessarily want to deal with a tenant or a home, then ownership of Teak farmland may be the best option for them. It is fully titled. Parcels start at about $7,000, a little over $7,000 all in. Teak is a long-term investment. It's a 25-year harvest cycle. If you or your clients are interested, reach out. We've done webinars on this. It's a great way for clients to pass down generational wealth. Now, there are significant changes coming to the Panama residency, which is one of the big reasons why people were investing in the Teak. If you're curious about that, do reach out to us directly and we'll be able to talk to you and your clients about that. And then Mexico is indeed coming soon. So Mike was just down in Mexico, Mike Cobb. He's identified 2 properties that we're planning to put an offer on. And then hopefully by the end of this year, you'll be hearing more from us about the property in Mexico. I can't give anything more than that at this point, but do know that it is indeed on the radar. And then just meet the team. So as you can see, Ivan Levy moved into sales full time. These are our property consultants, specifically the ladies and gents on our sales team. And I did want to put their pictures up there. There are a few new names and faces. And as you have clients that are being introduced to us, know that it's one of these amazing people who is going to be reaching out to your clients, making sure they're being well taken care of, responded to, and just generally in very good hands. And I know I've mentioned this previously, but something that continues to impress me with these folks is that They are people who have gotten up and gotten out of their home country, have done something internationally, whether open a bank account, got residency, got citizenship, moved everything they had and went to another country by themselves. So you really know that you're in good hands with these lovely ladies and gents that you see here on the screen. And then, of course, just as a reminder, we do have the pre-construction or staged payments during construction, 50, 20, 20, 10 payment schedule. Do note that we have increased the refundable deposit to $2,500 instead of $999. I think that's a way to just get some more of the serious folks committed. So just do note that we do have updated documents in case you need those, but as soon as you do a refresh, it should be there in all the documents you have links to. We accept cryptos. We have financing up to 80%. We accept gold and silver. We have had a few clients do that. And of course, if you have clients who want to use their self-directed IRA, they're more than welcome to. So with that, I mean, I think you all know that I could talk for like an hour or two about each of the projects specifically. So Allie's like, just keep it short, keep it concise. But I wanted to let you all know that there's just a lot going on behind the scenes. The team is working diligently day in, day out, and just making sure clients get responded to, especially as there are some urgent factors that are coming into play, like residencies ending or just price increases generally. So thank you again, everybody, for everything that you're doing. It's been really exciting to see the interest over the past couple of years and be able to build new communities that are really being responded to well. So thank you, everybody.
Yeah, and can we go back one slide real quick? Thank you, Rachel, for that information on all the great stuff that's going down the line here. But just a note, if any of you were paying attention during those different communities that Rachel was describing to you, you'll know that we have multiple communities that have these tiny home offerings, and those will all be talked about a little bit more in depth on that Tropical Tiny Homes webinar that is happening next week. So be on the lookout for your dedicated link to be able to share that out to your network. But just some really quick reminders here. You've heard me mention it, but we do have new folks on the line here. So register at ecidevelopment.com. That is for you to use when you are having in-person conversations with clients that you think would be interested in exploring their opportunities overseas with ECI, or just in general, if they want more educational information about the different countries that we operate in. I mentioned this, but check your spam account. If you're waiting and waiting and waiting for a campaign from me, chances are it probably is waiting for you in your spam box, but always good to send me a quick, hey, where's my campaign email if you have looked both places and can't seem to locate it. Update your account with me, and that goes along with the Zoom logo that's there on the right of your screen. Guys, when you register for any of our webinars, please use the email address that you choose to be contacted by. So if you have a personal email address and a business email address that you use, but you prefer to have contact with ECI be only through your personal email address, please use that when you're registering for these webinars, because what happens is it's an automated system. So as you register for the webinars, if you use a different email address than what you have supplied to us in the past, the account will automatically be updated so that any future correspondences that come out from us are going to that email address. I know you've had, I've had a couple of you tell me that you're not getting my emails, and that has been due to the fact that you tell me you would like your emails being sent to a specific email address, but then when you register for a webinar with us, you use the other email address or an alternate email address. So I just wanted to make you aware of that. I know it can be quite frustrating when you're expecting to hear from us and you don't. So just know going forward to use whatever email address you prefer. Use that when emailing us or when registering for these webinars. And then, of course, as you all know, we will be sending out the recording of this presentation later on this evening. Please make sure to read through that. It will have any other additional information that you would like, including the International Referral Network handbook that has your link to the resource library in it, where you can go and find updated information, the videos that we show on this presentation, and any other things of note that you need to be aware of. So anyways, that really is it for me. We're about 5 minutes off the hour here. So again, thank you all for taking some time out of your day to join us or to listen into this webinar. Of course, you know where to find me. I'd be happy to chat with you a little bit more about how you can get involved. But Michael, do you have anything you want to say before we part ways this afternoon?
I just want to let everybody know, of course, just to reiterate what was said throughout the presentation, to just please reach out to us. We have a ton of materials available. So if you need anything, just let us know and we'll get that to you. Thank you all again, folks, and looking forward to getting more information out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tia, I do see your questions here and I'll be responding to you shortly. But all right, guys. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your week and stay safe. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.